trying to see which one
I
would
don't
you
care how
prefer.
it happened, as long as we was right. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, Newbern is a starter in this league.
Oh yeah.
Which one would you rather would have preferred though? Would you prefer a boundary corner, or would you prefer the safety that we got in Tyler Newbern? They're both are very good players. I don't think you go
Both,
wrong either
both
way.
very good, but with Kent McKinney leaving, it really made the most sense because we still had a Dory at the time. We didn't know that Dory was gonna be gone.
No, Dory was a free agent. He left at the time. He was gone. He was gone all day. And you
No,
know they would.
no. You got to remember, McKinney was up for contract negotiation during the season, and they pretty much ixnayed that when they started asking questions. Like, we'll address that at the end of the season. So it
Nah,
was
but
pretty much a done deal that they was moving on from McKinney.
yeah, it was pretty much done. That they were moving on from Adoree Jackson too, because they were talking about Cordell Flott
Anyway,
before
system
then.
anyway. Yeah.
So would it have made more sense to get the boundary corner if he was there, or should we have just stuck with the safety? Because I do believe
If he
Dane
was
Belton
there,
could be a
then yeah.
good safety in this league.
If he was there, yeah. But if he was already gone, don't panic. You do what was next on your board, which was we needed a safety.
So say if they were both there at the pick that we were at,
Then that depends
who
on who they like more. I think Tyler Nubin fits this system fine. I think it was a well needed piece, and I think we'll see the benefits from it this year. Because that front seven, going that front seven, whoever's playing on that front four is going to create pressure, and them guys are going to be able to jump routes and deflect passes and steal balls. Pause.
facts. Hey, what's going on, Alex? What's going on, Alex? What's going on, Ghost Dog? Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see. Somebody had a question. Here we go. Iman Perry says, Pat, you think the coaches believe in Dane Belton? Um, Based on what they drafted, I do believe they believe Dane Belton can be a piece to this team as far as special teams and actually putting them in action in three safety roles. But to say if they believed in him wholeheartedly, if they did, they wouldn't have drafted Nubin in the second round because we already had a starter in Pinnock. We had Dane Belton, and maybe they just drafted Nubin because they know that we can run the three safety set. But as far as being Dane Belton and being a premier player on this defense, I don't believe they believe that high in him. So my answer is kind of no. I don't know. I don't know how much they believe in Dane Belton. I do believe he could be a good player in this league given a chance. So that was
Yeah.
one of the major things that was in the Hard Knocks. They actually wanted a corner in the second round before Tyler Nubin. So NYG, give me your whole thought process on this secondary as a whole going into the season. Tell me, just tell me what you think about these guys heading into the season. What do you think about this secondary?
Um, I have um I have a lot of confidence in Banks and Pinnock, but I I need to see what they're gonna do with the safeties as far as Dane Belton, Tyler Nubin is concerned. You know, you got guys like Jalen Mills, Javarius Owens now coming on pause. And that second cornerback spot, I want to see them bring in a veteran. Like I don't I think you need more veteran leadership in that secondary. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a young group, an unproven group, and I think they need some veteran leadership. And I want to see them go out there. You got a little bit of bread. You only spent what 3 million on Van Roten. So go and get one of these veteran corners. And I don't, you know, it. I don't have a particular person in mind, so to speak, but I just want to see them bring some veteran leadership to the group, if nothing else. You know, I know Jerome Henderson is a solid coach, and he's going to get the most out those players. But they need somebody out there on the field that can step up and be that kind of veteran leader. So, I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. I think it's like Lou said, it's going to be very dependent on the pass rush this season, our defense, because it's going to be games where that pass rush it's not going to be cooking like that, and that secondary is going to get exposed. I'm just going to be honest with you, and that's football. You go through ups and downs throughout the season. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not hating or saying anything negative. I'm just saying a veteran corner would help, some of these younger players get acclimated to the game a little bit faster.
What you think, Lou?
No, the veteran presence is always needed. I don't disagree with that at all. And I like Deontay Banks a lot. I think he's has a very high ceiling. But again, this is his second year, so there's still a lot of room for improvement and growth. So having a veteran cornerback in here to help move these guys along a little bit faster, I would never be upset with that at all. But the money side, I don't know what it looks like. That's something they would have to figure out. But I would not be against having no veteran cornerback in here. And who knows? They might not be done. Like I've been saying, when they're done with these cuts, I expect to see Joe Schoen start plucking people from other people's practice squads. I'm pretty sure he's going to do that. You're going to see some guys getting swapped out, Pause.
Yeah, I do believe that they're not done with the cornerback position. As you see, they're bringing in all these cornerbacks and these veteran quarterbacks to see what they can do. But if there's a veteran corner that actually gets released that's worth something, I think they do bring him in. I know Gilmore is out there, but I don't believe he wants to be a New York Giant at all. You still have a Dory Jackson out there. The whole Xavier Howard situation with his legal issues, I don't know. I don't know if they will actually touch him, Paul. So who knows, man? But I do know that we do need some competition out there at the cornerback two position, and maybe Nick McLeod is that guy. Nick McLeod is like Dane Belton to me, man. He's just a good player, and he's not gonna wow you. He's not gonna be an all pro or anything, but he could just be a solid veteran. Oh, I forgot about that. Kilo Witherspoon is out there too, the cornerback from the Rams. Now he actually made some plays, and I don't know how he's still a free agent, but
he might want some bread.
Yeah, that might be the case. But I do have concerns about this secondary for sure, as everybody does. Even the Hard Knocks proved they had concerns about the secondary. So it is what it is. What's going on, Coach Miz? What's going on?
Coach
Thank you
Miz,
for
what's
tuning
good?
in. K Saint, what's going on?
Peace.
He
Alex Wells.
Yep. He says, I heard a rumor informing the offseason that Lattimore was available. What y'all think about think about him for a third or a fourth? I would do it. He's a physical corner. He's played against great receivers his whole career over there in the NFC South with the Saints. So I think he fits this system well. I would see about Patrick Surtain the second though. He's a little bit younger and a little bit more
that
athletic
would
and a little
be.
bit more physical. That would be dope. I would actually give up a third for him, or maybe even a second. What's going on? Just my thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, but we're gonna get to the subject that Lou has been talking about this whole time and actually predicted Mr. Van Groten coming in and replacing Evan Neal at the guard position, which would allow light skinned Jermaine to go over there and replace Evan Neal. And it's been reported that they're not giving him the job back. When he comes back, he's going to have to earn it. So
y'all better start listening to your boy, man. For real.
looks like Evan Neal might be on the outs after this season. But Darnell, Big Money, what's going on? He says, what the hell is going on with JMS and his shoulder? Do we need to invest in another center? No, I think his shoulder is minor. It's not the same shoulder that he injured last year, but that's minor. Um,
They're
he'll be
being
back
cautious,
practicing here soon. Yeah.
as they should, because we can't afford to have JMS out, because this
Oh
Scotland
yeah,
or
it's gonna
whatever his
screw up
name,
everything.
he ain't looking too good. He ain't looking too hot back there.
Oh,
But
Austin, whatever his name
but
is.
he ain't looking
uh,
too hot back there.
what do you think about this starting lineup, Lou? As far as the offensive line, it looks like it's gonna be Andrew Thomas, uh,
I'm excited about
uh,
this whole line, bro. Yeah,
Runyon, JMS, either Stenia or Groton, and light skinned Jermaine. What do you think about that whole lineup?
I think if we go from uh right to left, the Luminor, Von Ratten, John Michael Smits, Runyon, Andrew Thomas. That's the best starting five in my opinion.
That's it, bro. That's it.
It's a damn shame we couldn't get this offensive line a little sooner, but this is levels above the
Now
offensive
you
line we've
got
had
depth with
in years.
Stinny. What's his name? Stinny.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
got depth with him now. You know what I'm saying? You got
And
depth with
Zulu is working
Izuru.
on becoming the swing tackle.
Yep.
Yep.
You got depth with him now. So now
I
you
mean,
got
you
a little bit
still
of
got
depth.
Kubas, you still got Schlaman. There's another guy out
Hmm.
there that's actually doing pretty good. I forgot his name. It was like Wiley or something, Milton or something, but he was actually locking up Thibodeau on a couple of pass rushes. So it looks
Hmm.
like he's trying to fight for a spot on his job. I mean, on this line, and McKeithen might be on
Does
the
that
outs.
say something good about him, or does that say something negative about Thibodeau?
No, Thibodeau's been beasting. Like that dude's actually
Yeah,
moving his feet and
Thibodeau's been
stuff.
having a pretty good camp so far.
Yeah, Josh
You can't
Miles.
win
Thanks,
every yeah. You
Alex.
can't win every rep, man. You know what I
I know,
Right.
mean?
but I need him to have a pretty good season.
I mean, he had a pretty good season last year with
I
11
need him
and a
to
half
have a better
sacks.
one this year.
Hey,
Saturdays.
if he could give you 11 and a half sacks every year, that's
I'll
a
take
damn
that.
good D lineman.
Damn right. Damn right. I ain't mad at that at all.
If
Shit.
he do that, he'll
Um,
be in the Hall of Fame.
Cause the
11
other
and a
guys
half
got to
sacks
step up
without
too.
Brian Burns on the other side.
Facts. It was just him and basically Dex because Ojolari
Pretty
was
much.
hurt
He
and
was
fucking
invisible.
Boogie Basham on the edge and oh my god, Jahai Ward. And Jahai
Boogie
Ward actually
Basham.
got 5.5 sacks with us last year. So if he can get 5.5, I know Brian Burns can do it.
Woo,
So
Brian Burns getting
woo,
at least 10. At least 10.
but
woo.
He's getting double digits.
I know people are excited about the offensive line in general right now, but Lou, what are some of your concerns? What are some of your concerns about the offensive line?
Well, concern number one is the one we've all been pointing out. None of these guys are run blockers. With the exception of Andrew Thomas. um,
He sounded like
but
Bernie Mac.
they
Right.
they all are pretty decent pass blockers and can improve to become great pass blockers. We definitely have to level up their run blocking skills. But as we all know, based on the type of running back that they've picked up and running back by committee and running back converted to wide receiver and the wide receiver converted to running back. So I'm expecting a lot of short passing to be our running game, a lot of gimmick plays between the running backs and the wide receivers that were converted. Um, but it's going to be an air dominated offense for the New York Giants until this offensive line gels and becomes great pass blockers and decent run blockers. It's going to be a pass first offense. I don't think it's ever going to be a run first offense with this regime. I think it'll be a pass first to set up certain runs, but mostly pass dominant offense. And the concern is, can these guys stay healthy so we're not, shuffling linemen in, playing musical chairs with our linemen throughout the season and getting these guys to run block better. But other than that, I really don't have no concerns. My concern is that they bring that God-forsaken Evan Neal back and give him a spot again. That's my concern.
All right, NYG, what's some of your concerns about this offensive line, brother?
Lou said it. The last part. Evan
Man,
Neal
y'all,
coming
y'all
back.
dogging Evan Neal in this mud, boy.
I'm sorry to say it, man, but our line's been better without him. I mean, it's just a
Facts.
fact. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want him coming back, messing up the
Messing with
chemistry and
the
shit, man. So,
yeah, man. Tell him,
but
MIG. Play that.
yeah, you already know, man. We've been on the same page on this one, man. But yeah, man. Other than that, injuries, injuries, man. That's the big concern, especially if God forbid, something happens to Andrew Thomas or JMS or somebody like that. It's gonna be tough. But as far as the lineup is right now, I feel pretty good about it. I think it's solid. If everybody stays healthy and everything goes according to plan. Crush your fingers, Giants fans.
Yeah,
Right.
yo, Miz is going hard in the chat. Hey, Miz, if you got something to say,
Come
can you
on.
come on to the show, brother? You already know where you.
Get yourself arthritis
Yeah,
with all that typing.
actually, Miz, we actually do have a little bit of chemistry on the line because Van Grotten and Illuminor have played together for the past 2 years at the right
Yep.
tackle and right guard position. So
Yes,
Andrew
sir.
that's a
Thomas and
little bit of
JMS have
chemistry.
chemistry
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, Andrew Thomas and JMS, they played with each other last year. Pause.
Pause.
But as far as a whole lot of chemistry on this line, no. What we're gonna have to depend on is Brasillo getting these guys prepared in this new system and having them prepared. You don't have to work with Andrew Thomas. You leave him alone. He's like an offensive lineman that doesn't need to be in the huddle. He's just gonna take care of his business. What he has to do, obviously, he doesn't have to do too much with light skinned Jermaine or Van Grotten, to be honest with you,
Ratton.
because they already knew.
R-A-T. You keep
Huh?
calling him Groton. There's no G. It's Ratton.
Well, Rotten or whatever his
I
name
thought it
is,
was
he's better
Roten,
than what we
rotten.
had. I thought it was Grotten. But yeah, there's a G there.
It's Greg Von Ratton.
Let me see, man.
Everybody keeps calling him Van Rotten, and it's Von Ratton.
Oh, it's Greg Van Rotten. Okay, it's not Grotten, it's Rotten. So that's easier. So Van Rotten, I already got his name down now. So
Von,
Van Rotten and light
Von
skinned Jim.
Ratton. Von Ratton. You keep saying Van Rotten. It's Von Ratton. I'm sorry. It's just,
Man, that dude's name is
That's how he spells it though.
yeah.
R O
Oh,
T E
Van
N.
Rotten. That's what I said. Van Rotten.
R O T E
Von.
N.
V-O is Von Rotten.
No, it's VA. It's V
That's how
A
he
N R
spells
O
it.
T E
Yeah.
N. It's Greg Van Rotten. I'm looking right at it.
I keep
Greg Van Rotten. I know I wasn't tripping.
said Van Ginkle. Who the hell is that?
Oh, that's the dude that broke Daniel Jones' neck last year. Shit. You better remember his name.
He said he broke his neck.
Yeah, Liam, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in.
Jesus Christ.
Afghanistan. He says hopefully this year we hit on linemen we brought in and it's finally improved significantly.
He said that's
It's,
the guy that broke Daniel Jones' neck.
shit, you better remember him. It's been long enough, fellas, for real. Afghanistan. K Saint, Liam, Alex. He says I'll
So
say this
funny.
and it won't be popular. Whoever the QB is needs to adjust the right protections at the line and understand who's blocking what. That is very true. That's with
Needs to
any
be.
quarterback. That's with
That's
any
why it needs
quarterback
to
with
be
anything.
JMS because this is his second year. He has a better understanding of the system. He'll be able to call out the protections, the slides, and we need him healthy. So let him nurse that shoulder, sit out for a little while. You still got preseason to get back in there and get your chemistry going. Sit your ass down right now, because we need you come week one.
Facts. Jay Lay stupid. He says I don't give a damn if his name is Van Wilder. Can a man block?
Facts, Jay.
But getting back to what the hell I was saying, Brasillo doesn't need to do too much with Van Rotten and light skinned Jermaine because they already know the system and they're playing in the same spots that they played last year. And the thing that we need to worry about is can Runyon hold up as far as in the run game? Because I'm not worried about him in the pass game. And can JMS just hold up, period, as far as learning the shifts of the offensive line? Because that's part on the center, too. That's not just the quarterback. The center actually calls out a lot of line audibles himself when he's a very good center. They give him that responsibility. And can he hold up against the defensive tackles over here in the NFC East and stop that pressure from getting straight up the middle of the field? So those are my concerns. As far as the biggest concern on the offensive line is Evan Neal is not in there. Sorry, Miz. I'm with NYG and Lou too. I don't want him to come back either. Because if he comes back and messes up the chemistry of this line, let's say the line is playing good, you don't bring his ass back and then turn it to a turnstile again. He hasn't been able to train. He hasn't been able to get with Brasillo to learn the whole offensive line scheme, to learn the new sets and everything. And I just don't want to ruin that if they have good chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
I said all of that, bro. I said all of that. I even said it on the Big Blue kickoff. He's like, "Oh, you're a little bit ahead of us."
Hey, listen, it's kind of hard to develop somebody, Miz, when they're not able to get on the field. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he don't have to be on the field. You're absolutely right. But that's kind of hard to have somebody on the bench that's a number 7 pick and he's not playing. That's kind of crazy. I would see what I could get for him in a trade. Maybe somebody give me a 3rd round pick because they feel they can develop him or something like that. So who knows? All I do know is I don't want Evan Neal on that field if he's not right. That's just is what it is, man.
Think about what he has to do though. First, he has to get healthy. Then he has to get back on the field and start practicing. Then he has to hold on real quick. Then he has to after he starts practicing, he has to, you know what I'm saying, get and start playing in games. You know, and then he has to learn the scheme on top of that. So it's gonna be a long road back for him to even think about being able to take the starting job back from a guy like light skinned Jermaine.
So here's how the O-line advanced this year alone with this signing. Okay, this was a new O-line that was gonna have to gel together. Now you cut that in half because Illuminor and Von Ratten have played together under Brasillo in the same scheme that will most likely be playing here offensively with the O-line. Okay, so that's basically the minus the center. That's half the O-line has chemistry already. Now, Runyon and Thomas will probably pick that chemistry up faster because Thomas is that dude. So he'll pick up the slack until Runyon gets in the groove. JMS, we just need you to take that leap. And as long as that happens, this O-line is already much better than we thought because them couple weeks of gelling that we were going to need, you know, is probably going to be reduced a little bit. So we can open up the playbook.
Good one, Frank.
And start getting to these other plays and installs sooner, which will only help the team. So the O-line progression that we were thinking was going to take place is actually going to be accelerated now and happen sooner because we already have chemistry and familiarity with some of the players on the line.
Hey, that's a fact. Miz, like I said, Miz, if you want to speak your mind, you already know where you could come, bro. Pause. But he says, I don't give up on Neal because someone goes down this year, Neal becomes valuable. That is very true. Nobody's saying that just trash them. But what I'm saying is if those guys are playing very well and they're showing that they're going to be healthy, let's just say light-skinned Jermaine and Van Rotten plays good the whole season. And Van Rotten gets his last contract in the NFL with us. They give him a 2-year deal worth decent money, not crazy money.
Drew.
What's going on, Drew? The tracks. There's no reason to keep him here if he's valuable on the market. I'm thinking of it as a business aspect. I'm taking the whole, what do you call that?
Big
The whole
picture.
feelings thing out of it. Like,
Oh,
Son,
you're
yeah, I
taking the
do.
emotions out of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I do understand that he was a top pick. He's from Alabama, and he was supposed to be the other tackle opposite of Andrew Thomas. But if it goes into his fourth year and he's not even able to get on the field, damn. So it's real is actually really good to just be real with yourself. We missed on this pick, and we're gonna have to move on.
Thank you, Pat. About time you joined the damn goddamn train. Thank you. Shit, he's a fucking bust.
Pause.
I can say it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This nigga's big fat bust. He need to go flip burgers. You heard?
I mean, Tudo with the 4.99 super chat for Big Lou. He says salutes and respect to LA Del Boricua, Big Blue crew, fam, and crew in the building. Greetings from all of us in Italy, getting ready for our season opener in 2 weeks. Hey, let's go, Tudo.
Tudo. What's good, bro?
So, the whole Evan Neal saga, man. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation. We did give up. We did.
Just not here.
You said what?
I said, wish the kid the best. Just not here. We ain't got time.
I mean that's true. I mean, you still have time to develop him. If he comes back with his mind right and he loses the weight and he develops,
Holds up and he earns the position, then we can develop him until Illuminor's wheels rot out, and then slide him in there if he's adequate enough. But if not, we got no
He
one.
gotta have the right mindset though, man. He up there talking about flipping burgers, and he was born to be a tackle and all this shit, man. It's like
he worried about that money.
I
He
don't
worried about
know,
that
man.
tackle money. So what I believe is, if that happens, I don't believe Evan Neal would want to be here. To be honest with you, he would ask for a trade
Probably.
because he has a lot of pride. I mean, the dude's been top
clearly.
dog his whole life. So to sit here and sit on the bench behind somebody that you brought in, a newcomer,
His whole life.
you crazy as hell. That dude been top dog his whole life as far as the offensive.
Hot dogs his whole life. Motherfucker can't lose 20 pounds.
Hey, look, bro, that dude has
Fool,
been
man.
a 5-star recruit and went to Alabama, and
No, I know he was a beast in college. I know. I'm just saying, damn, you've been here all this time. You couldn't lose weight and get in shape to try to boost your production. If you seen that you lacking, it ain't like, okay, last year was your first year. Let me try to improve. No, this is year 4.
I mean, he can't really do much because he's hurt. He's always
yeah, this
hurt.
is year 3. Yeah,
Okay.
he's been hurt most of his
Yeah.
career.
So lose some fucking weight. You obviously hauling too much weight around for your legs to hold up.
Well, you can't lose weight if your
But
ankle.
that's part of the problem. Yeah, he can't train to lose the weight.
Your leg fucked up. You can do crunches. You can lay on the motherfucking floor. You can do turns, lift your legs, touch your knees. You can do all kinds of shit, man. Nah, that's a cop out. They paying your ass millions of dollars, nigga. Get it together. Give me half what that motherfucker signed, and I'll be whatever. I'll bite motherfucking defensive ends, nigga. I'm telling you. Shit.
I think what it is with. I'm not saying that he's Eric Flowers, so don't take this the wrong way. But I do believe he has some attitude things like Eric Flowers. Like Eric Flowers was very arrogant when he was here. And P-Dot came and said it, that he literally told the Giants, no, I'm not moving the guard, because he wanted that tackle money. And then when he found out the real, that dude, nobody views you as a tackle, he went to guard and actually had a good year or two with the Commanders at the time. So imagine if he would have switched to guard with us, who knows what he could have done. But that pride is man, you got to think, man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of differential between guard and tackle money. So Evan Neal wants that tackle money, to be honest with you.
But think about it like this, though.
Pause,
Think about the
said,
top
give me
tackle
Neal for
money.
1 month. I'll condition his ass. Pause.
Yeah, pause on that one for real. But think about the top guard money that you could get, and think about if you just below average tackle. That guard money is going to be more than
Way
that
better
tackle
than that
money.
tackle money. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I mean, that's one way to look at it. But if Evan Neal think he's going to be some type of top tackle that's going to get top of the line money, he's crazy as
And that's what
fuck.
he thinks. I
He's
think that's what
bugging.
he thinks.
Yeah, they need to put him in the psych ward then.
I
Fuck
mean,
losing weight.
sometimes, hey, look, you can't get the huge bag. Just get you a very good bag at guard and live a good life and
Right.
play well. But hey, what's going on? Dominic Parks, he says, Neil ain't no slouch. We need to hope he pulled through as Giants fan. His ceiling is high. I mean, he does have a high ceiling considering what you projected when he was drafted, but looking at him now, how high do you think his ceiling is? Looking at him right now, very injured, can't get out his kick step, looks like a turnstile. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not wanting to give up on him because we wasted. I mean, not wait down. We picked him at number 7 overall in a draft where we had 2 first-round draft picks, and he was supposed to be a pillar of this team, just like Azeez Ojulari. Unfortunately, it worked out the way that they worked, and that's what they wanted, and that's why uh, Brian Burns is here. So who knows? Tudo, he says, Pat, right, mate. If a player is never available to perform and participate, his body language and his unavailability says it all. Excuse after excuse. This is a hurt biz, but that MF is always hurt for nothing. Damn, Drew says he's a pillar on IR. Damn. Afghanistan, he says he's got some flowers in him, though. I remember seeing Eric Flowers on the sidelines after being bench eating sunflower seeds, looking like he didn't give a flying fuck. I knew his days were done. Yeah. I knew his days were done here, too. Dominique says he got talent and a high ceiling. We need him to work out those other guys short term. Hey, listen, man, the best case scenario for Evan Neal is him to get focus on getting healthy to where you can actually be on the field. And that may not be till maybe a couple of games into the season. Then me personally, if I was Evan Neal, I would get with my offensive line coach and work extensively with him learning this scheme. And that money that you making, I know these guys can afford a very good trainer. I know they can. Because Andrew Thomas did it. So I don't know what Evan Neal's doing in the offseason. Obviously, he's not doing the same things that Andrew Thomas is doing. If I was Evan Neal, look, Andrew Thomas would be tired of me because I'm going everywhere you going. I don't know how the hell you got from where you were to the very next year being a monster like that, but I need to go through that same training.
It's like he's not in. It's like what I hear from a lot of the reporters is like he's not engaged with the team at all. It's like he's just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Like to me, that's why I said it's something mental with Evan Neal. You know what I'm saying? It's some players I can just see it. Like it's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't go from being the 7th pick with that much talent to just like you don't even want to work or even want to be around the team damn near. And I know you injured, but still, you know, we see injured players being engaged and being around the team and being supportive and you don't see that with Evan Neal. Now I don't know how it is, but from all reports that I've heard, you know, and when we talk to P Dot, he's not around the team really like that. He's not really engaged. He's just kind of off on the sides.
And he said, I guess he's talking about Evan Neal. He says getting Tommy, what's going on? He says getting blackballed like Mark Jackson from the NBA. I see. It's all good. Y'all got it. I don't know if you talking about Evan Neal or yourself, but neither one of you guys are getting blackballed. I don't know what this comment's about. But Evan Neal is definitely not getting blackballed. They've given Evan Neal every opportunity to come in and take that
I'm
position over to be a
95.
pillar.
I ain't got enough clout to blackball nobody. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. And we
I
don't
got
don't
blackball
either.
anybody here. Like,
You was on
yeah.
my show last night, and I was reading your comments, so I don't know what he's talking about. This
But
internet shit is crazy.
just my thoughts. He says JMS got help now. He will do well where he didn't have it inside last year. Neil, a big softy, and he don't make the cut. Hey, listen,
Right.
Evan Neal still to this day is probably the best run blocker on this team. Let's keep it real. I think he's the best run blocker on this team. And to be honest with you, I don't think it's close. Maybe Jermaine Illuminor can be close to him as far as run blocking. When me and NYG and everybody was calling the games last year, we seen it. We was like, well, at least the nigga can run block. But then he got hurt, and then he never came back. Like he missed. I think he's only played 20 games in 2 seasons,
24.
or 24
Yeah,
games in 2
something
seasons.
like that. That's a little over
So
20. Yeah.
so it's I don't know, man. It's I'm just telling you the truth, what happened. And it's been reported. They literally said uh the man is not coming back as the starter. When he comes back, he's gonna have to earn it. So if you want to say he got blackballed because of that, I don't know. But it is what it is, man. I think Evan Neal might be done as a Giant because I do believe his pride would not allow him to come back in a backup role. I just don't think it will. He'll literally be like, trade me. And if we could get value for him, guess what? Shane is going to trade him. That's a fact.
Facts. I mean, he should.
Jelly!
Jay,
What's
what's
going
good
on,
with you,
Jay
bro?
Lay?
What's going on, y'all?
You
Y'all
doing,
hear
my
me?
dear sweet brother Noomspa?
Right. What you
What's
got for
going
us,
on,
Jay
y'all?
Lay?
I didn't even. I just popped on. I don't even know what y'all talking about right now.
Evan
We're
Neal
talking
gone.
about Evan Neal.
Evan Neal.
Miz,
Wow,
we're not
man.
getting a number 2. Hey, listen, Miz, you talking crazy now. We're not getting a number 2 pick for Evan Neal. I'm sorry.
What? Number
Yeah,
two? You
if
mean
we try to
you gonna get a pile of shit? Is
Yo,
that the number
New,
two?
what's going
Is
on?
that the number two you
Jarius,
talk
what's going
about?
on?
Oh my god.
Lesnar, what's going on? He said Evan Neal is on the cake practice squad.
Yeah, man. Evan Neal, man. It's looking bad for Mr. Neal. He need to go be a substitute teacher somewhere.
In fact,
Now he
Eric,
need to go flip
what's going
burgers.
on? Hey, Tommy, I put the link in the chat if you want to come on and explain what you're talking about, bro. Uh,
I'm gonna fix my lighting real quick. Hold on. This shit.
all right. Hey, News says Joe can't wait on him. We got to start rolling. That's true. I mean, Miz, you're one of the main people that's been saying this offensive line is ass for the past 10 years. So do you think we have
Your phone.
do you think we have the ability to wait to see if Evan Neal is going to be a burger flipper or he's going to produce? Do we have that time? I don't know. But I don't know if you guys want to get off the offensive line. Well, pause. The last thing I want to say about the offensive line, and me and NYG talk about this daily. The run game. That's a concern for me too. Can we be good run blockers this year where we could get some good running going on this year with our running backs this year? Can we be a good run blocking team? What type of scheme are we going to have to run in order to get those 3rd and 1s again this year, which are looking like we might not be able to get those 3rd and 1s consistently this year. Who knows? But NYG, voice your concerns about the run game so far. I'm going to take a quick smoke break and I'll be back.
I mean, I just think we need that, bruising running back. You know what I'm saying? We've been missing. You know what I'm saying? Since we had cats like Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have that guy that's gonna be able to get third and short, fourth and inches. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of push the pile. P Dot talked about it on the show the other night. We don't have that. We don't have that guy. Saquon Barkley wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely are gonna miss that. And as far as the offensive line is concerned, I mean, we just don't have a lot of quote unquote beef pause to in the middle of that line. You're talking about John Michael Smith, who is light, John Runyon, who's not a great run blocker, and then Van Rotten. I mean, he's solid, but he's a veteran, so we'll see what he can provide. But again, you don't feel great about it, So I'm not. I don't really know about this offensive line from a run blocking standpoint. I think it's going to be a struggle. I think passing is the way they want to go anyway, but you're gonna have to run the ball at some point. You can't just drop back and throw 50 times a game. But yeah, that's kind of
They
how.
won't mind you trying 45 though. There's no league.
Yeah, man, but that ain't gonna work, man. You know what I'm saying? Not in the NFC East.
We know
with
that.
these defenses and these pass rushes. I mean, you're asking to get your quarterback killed. You're gonna put somebody in the hospital in the emergency room trying to do that. Brian Dable and them have to run the ball. Look at Buffalo last year. Buffalo was going into the playoffs, trying to get into the playoffs, and they needed a win streak, and they started running the football with Cook, and Cook started cooking, and they got into the playoffs. Like running. People think that it's some type of lost art, running the football. These teams run the football. A lot of them. Look at San Francisco. Look at Baltimore. Always in the playoffs, always in the championship games. So don't act like running the football is some type of lost art. Giants gonna have to run the football. They're gonna have to find a way. I don't know if they run to Illuminor's side or Andrew Thomas's side with John Runyon. He's not a great run blocker though. And then you got Illuminor and Van Rotten over there. So maybe they can, have an effect since they played together. But I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna shake out. But it is a concern. It is a concern. But go ahead, Lou. You got it.
That's a good point, Wales. That it benefits us that they don't know what we're gonna do as far as running, but that'll wear out if we don't do some running.
Yeah.
They don't know what to expect from our run game, right? Because completely new lineup in the backfield, and we're doing running back by committee. There's no Saquon, so yeah, that benefits us. But if you don't produce some type of run game to keep them honest and make them respect, then they can just pin their ears back and focus on DJ. So at some point, we have to be able to move the rock on the ground.
Hey, so y'all don't think that Singletary's gonna be able to move the rock? I mean, I think he's a better up and down the field running back than Saquon. I mean, Saquon.
The running backs is about this O-line. We got a bunch
O-line
of pass protectors, but no run blockers.
Yeah, they're not built to run the football. The offensive line is not built to run the football. You don't have a short yardage running back to get those short yardage third and ones, and so your running game is going to take a step back regardless. And it's not even.
I don't think they want the team. I don't even think they want the team to be a run heavy team. I mean, they
don't. Right.
Yeah, they're going to be passing the ball. I mean, if they run, I mean, DJ's coming back off the injury, but I mean, they're not going to be doing a whole lot of running. They didn't in Buffalo. I mean, they're going to be a pass heavy team. When he was with the Patriots, pass heavy team. With Alabama, pass heavy team. I mean, they'll run too, but that's a different story. But I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they're gonna be a pass every team. That's why they got Malik Neighbor. That's why they got Wandale and Jalen Hyatt and still retained Darius Slayton and Isaiah Hodgins and all that. They try to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, I do believe that out of every 10 plays, there's going to be at least 8 passes out of every 10 plays. I do believe that. Um, can that be a detriment to this team? Maybe. If their pass protection is not as good as we can believe it can, because if their pass protection is pretty good,
Mark Stewart.
what's going on, Mark? I don't mind them passing the ball that way. I don't mind them passing the ball that way with the receivers that we have on the field, because we can attack you with so many different ways. Now, if they're running screens and getting the ball in Wandale Robinson's hands and the Malik Neighbors' hands real quick, then they can get some yardage and turn it to 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 4. Then yeah, maybe that does help the running game a whole lot. Running screen passes as such with Tyrone Tracy and guys like that, or Turbo Miller, who I believe actually might be ahead of Eric Gray on the roster.
Yeah, Eric Gray is looking a little
Looking great.
suspect right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's looking great, right, Jay?
Looking real gloomy for Mr. Gray.
So,
Can't front.
I mean,
Word.
it's a lot of things that go into this offense. I think they finally built this offense the way they want to get it, as far as being a passing team. To be honest with you, I believe that they're finally getting it there, and they just need the offensive line to block. And who knows, all the onus will be on Daniel Jones this year if that's the case. Because if this offensive line is blocking and all the weapons are healthy, there will be no excuse. Get them the ball. And maybe that's what we need. And if Daniel Jones turns out to be not the quarterback, then we can go get ourselves a quarterback. Maybe we could go get a veteran and draft a quarterback early in the first round and let a veteran play for 1 year and then let that quarterback come in. Who knows?
You said that you said that earlier, not to cut you off, Pat, but you said that earlier in one of your videos, and I couldn't agree with you more about how you was talking about how people were like, "Oh, why would you get a receiver if the quarterback ain't there instead of just getting a quarterback?" It was like, well, you can still be building for when we do get a quarterback in here.
Facts.
You know, they're getting the pieces. They're heavy on the offensive line. Like the most moves we've made have been at the offensive line position.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
like
what
I
I mean.
mentioned on one of my shows was keep adding to that offensive line. Now
Exactly.
don't go to into next year just because you got a couple pieces and say, okay, we're not gonna draft nobody. We're going to go defense. You know, don't do that. You keep building the trenches up. You know,
Until you have that solid, you know, it's a,
you never stop.
top
You
five.
keep
No, but that's what I'm saying. You got your starters, but you always got people that you can cycle in. It's just like the defensive line. You want fresh legs in there. You want to be able to have two starters. You know what I'm saying? Like two sets of offensive lineman squads that you could put out there at any time.
The way the offensive line and the defensive line, to be real, it's set up for us. It's set up for us to be able to draft that next blue chip prospect. If we could get one more blue chip prospect out of the draft on this offensive line, I think we will be straight.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. If we could get a blue chip guard or a blue chip tackle, what Evan Neal punk ass was supposed to be, and what Aziz Ojulari ass was supposed to be. But at least Ojulari, you see that he can get after it if he's healthy. It's just the injuries.
The healthy thing. Yeah, it's the healthy.
So we get a blue chip prospect at the O-line in the first or the second round, do it. Even if Van Rotten and Illuminor ball out, draft somebody to replace Van Rotten when he retires.
That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Keep building. Don't just, okay, you know, we got a couple guys here and all right, now we just going to divert our attention. No, because guess what? Guess what they do over there in your division? They got people on the bench now that can start.
Facts.
For us and play very well. You know what I'm saying? On their bench in Dallas and Philly. So like we got to get there too. And that's what bridging the gap, like Shane said, that's what that is all about. know what
Eric
I'm saying?
Johnson said, "Can someone find out who was the last great offensive lineman from Alabama?"
Shit.
Shit, who knows?
I can, right. You can name a bunch of
Damn.
defensive linemen, but offensive
Damn, man.
linemen, I
Defensive
can't name them.
lineman,
Good offensive linemen come from the Midwest.
Facts.
yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
All
The
of them.
Wisconsin and
Midwest.
Kansas,
Iowa and shit like
Missouri,
that.
Yeah.
Wyoming,
They
North
stay producing
Dakota.
linemen.
They don't do nothing but snow and
Yeah.
play
I
football.
mean, that's very true, Iman Perry, and a lot of people bashed me and NYG and Lou, the whole Big Blue crew, when we saying, look, our own division shows you the blueprint. I don't care. I got a 28-year-old stud at right guard. If I could draft that 20 or 21-year-old right guard right behind him, and when he asks for $100 million, and I'm not willing to give it to him, okay, Rook, it's your time. Go in there and
Right.
produce.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like same
Facts.
thing with defensive linemen, edge rushers. I think you need an edge rush rotation of at least 3 very good edge rushers, and then average to above average edge rusher after them.
And you know where we do that at? Defensive tackle.
Facts.
That's where we do that at.
Facts, bro. Like
Copy
we've
that
had so
blueprint
many
and do
different
that shit on the
defensive
offensive
tackles.
line. You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't
Yeah.
lying, man. Man, we had Cofield, we had Jay Alford, we had Hankins.
You know what I'm saying?
We even
Tomlinson.
bring in free agents that are good. We drafted Dalvin Tomlinson when we had some
Yep,
good.
we brought in Snack Harrison.
Yeah, we had Stack Harrison. We brought in Dalvin Tomlinson, and then right after him, we brought in Dex.
Yep.
So we got the blueprint on defensive tackles. It's just the offensive line we forgot. So I don't get it. I mean, I know we spent a lot of time on the offensive line, but that's really the main concern of this team. Because I think this team goes as the offensive line goes this year.
Yeah, damn Skippy.
Man, you
greatest show on turf. Big Blue version.
You bullshit, man. They ain't about no offense. It's about the damn quarterback, man. Come on now. Come on, man. It's about the quarterback.
Man, quarterback can't do nothing with nobody blocking in front of him.
Man. And now if this was 7-on-7, that'd be a different story.
Right. It'd be a different story. That's what they think it is. 7-on-7. That's exactly what they think it is, J-Lay. 7-on-7.
Oh, give me a break.
Right. That's exactly what they think it is. Dumb. Madden, 7-on-7s.
Yep. Hey, speaking of Madden, though, that college football, just real quick, that college football is lit. I like that shit a lot. It's more realistic to me than Madden ever
ain't nothing
was.
but a faster paced Madden.
Touche.
You can't catch nobody on that game. Like everybody.
No, you can't. Yeah,
speed.
yeah.
Everybody's
If you
wide open.
you can have good coverage, but once you miss one tackle, it's to the crib.
Yeah, every time.
It's to the crib. You miss one.
You
one
get
tackle.
one good block touchdown because you ain't.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you gotta have.
I don't care who the receiver is. Nobody. You not.
You gotta like play on defense. Usually, I play with like the defensive lineman on the linebackers. You gotta play with the safeties. You gotta make sure if somebody miss, you can be there to tackle.
If they put me on the game, I got a 92 speed. That's crazy.
Pat be out there moving, boy. Pat be out there moving.
I have a 92 speed. That's crazy. But yeah, that's a major concern. The cornerback 2 position is a concern. I do believe Nick McLeod should have that job, but we'll see what Cordell Flott can do. That's another guy that you have to learn who he is. And people forget that he's still very young. This is his 3rd year, but I think he's still one of the youngest people on the team. I think he's only 22, and this is his 3rd year, somewhere around there. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But those are the two positions I have concern at, and the edge rusher behind Ojulari. And the reason why I say that, if Ojulari gets hurt, who the fuck is rushing the quarterback after Burns and Thibodeau?
Boogie Basham.
Timon
and I'm finna cut off this string.
That's who's next on the depth chart. You know? It's Boogie Basham. Go look at the depth chart.
I think it should be Simmons, but
I think they have a special role for Simmons.
They doing something.
That sounds nice.
But
I actually believe if you let Beavers go down to the edge rusher room,
Oh, he is still
I
there,
think
huh?
he could be decent. I think he could be decent.
Man, what if
But
he just come out of nowhere and start beasting 2 years off the injury?
man, I know he will be better than Boogie Basham coming off the edge. I tell you that.
Booger bastard.
But as far as as
Call that
far
nigga.
as people being
Oh,
released and picking up waivers, I do think those are two positions that they will get a cornerback to and a edge rusher behind Ojolari, because you do have Tamon Fox. You got that Whiteley or Wheatley dude, whoever that is. He was an undrafted free agent. But new Beavers is a pretty big dude. Pause. That dude's like 250 something, almost 260, and can move. So, and when you look at his film at Cincinnati, he did pretty well when they put him at the edge, bro. I promise you, I did. I did a whole film review on him. I was like, man, this dude could literally play edge if they wanted him to. But I mean, it is what it is, man. I believe there's some good edge rushers, at least better than what we got, that would be on the waiver wire after preseason or right before preseason. Who knows? But NYG, what is some of your concerns with this team in general going into this season? Scoop, what's going on, Scoop?
What's good, School? What's good, sis? Hope you're doing well.
Yep.
But um, I think we talked about the offensive line. Actually, to me, I'm interested about this special teams. I know a lot of people, it's not getting a lot of traction, but to me, look, man, we've had some of our worst moments on special teams, man. Like, our special teams has not been good over the past few years. So, I mean, you gotta like the kicker. I mean, people like the punter, but again, where is the special teams unit gets most of its players from? The depth now, but now you have a different formation. So we talked about how many running backs you might keep, how many receivers you might keep. All of that is going to play in a factor when you building this roster. So to me, it's a concern because I don't really know that they're settled on a kick returner. This Gunnar Olowinski or Olszewski or whatever his name is he gonna be the punt returner? Are you gonna make a roster spot for him? And who are you cutting to put in his place? And so to me, that's a concern. And I'm a little worried about the secondary, and I'm a little worried about the offense, especially in the beginning of the season. I think they're going to take some time to gel.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve here. It's going to make some fans nervous and yada yada yada. But I think it'll play out eventually. But it's going to take some time. I don't think this is just going to click right away. It could, but those would be my concerns right now.
Fact. Lou, what you think about some of the concerns with this team going into the season? We're probably gonna wrap this up after this, after we get our concerns out.
My concerns is what they gonna do when Big Blue pass crazy on you. I'm telling you, listen, we about to bust some ass. Pause. No KY, no spit, no nothing. We about to come
hey, yo.
Right.
out here
Out of control.
and bust they ass. I'm 3-0 first 3 games. We
No
not
spit
playing.
is crazy.
No spit, no Vaseline, no KY. Mm, mm. Yeah, not playing with him. To bust that ass, bro. I'm telling you, 11-6. I'm not even playing. Daniel Jones throws 42 touchdowns. Greatest show on turf. Big Blue version. Yeah. NFC Championship. Let's go. Give me
Yeah.
a fifth pin. I need a fifth pin that says 4. This little pin right here. Where it go? You can't see the motherfucker. I'm going the wrong way. This little pin right here. I need one that says 5.
Okay. Okay. Jay Lee, what's some of your concerns about the Giants going into this season, bro?
Uh, offensive line, of course. Actually, how this play calling is going to be because I mean last year, we struggled a lot with play calling and time management. Dayball made some bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't managing the game properly. So I want to see how that goes. So I mean, that's a major part of the game as well. I mean, everybody's going to be looking at the players, and of course, we all got to gel and play well together. But the coaches got to know what's going on. They got to be on the same page too. See how this defensive coordinator does, because we can have all these different players, but if this coordinator, isn't coordinating, then it doesn't matter who's out there. So I would say coaching, the new coaching would be one of my main concerns,
Okay, okay.
and the offensive line coach. So yeah, coaching in general, offensive line coaching, defensive coaching would be my main concern.
my my main concern, I'll tell you guys before we wrap this up, wasn't planning on being here this long tonight, but my main concern is what this New York Giants team will do after getting punched in the mouth by somebody. And what I mean by that is, do you resort back to what happened last year? Like, oh my God, here it goes again. Do they get down on themselves and start playing like absolute trash because you feel bad after getting, beat in the game? Maybe you get beat down 38-20 or something in one game. And it's like, oh my God, here we go again. Will it be like that, or will they know that they can be a good team, know that they're a talented team, and go out there and do what they're supposed to do? Let's say we lose the first game against the Cowboys. What do they do after that? Do they go in the shell and not go out there and perform like they did
We play the
for like
Cowboys first. This is Vikings, ain't it?
no, I'm talking about like week 3. Let's say we beat the Vikings and we beat the Commanders like we're supposed to. And then week 3 we go to the Cowboys and get, let's say we get beat 38-20 or something against the Cowboys that first Thursday night game.
Are they gonna
How do
play
they
fair?
respond after that?
Mm.
Will they turn into the team everybody believes that they will be, or will they respond and go out there and whoop the next team's ass? Like that's what I want to see. What happens when some adversity hits this team this year? Will
That's
they
gonna
will
be on the
they
head coach.
yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, NYG, that's a fact. That is going to be on the head coach. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to fold? Or are they going to feel sorry for themselves? Like, let's say they lose to the Cowboys again, man. We can never beat these guys. Will they do that and just fold for the rest of the season? Or will guys like Malik Neighbors and his energy carry this team through those adversities? Will Brian Dable be able to carry this team through adversity? You know what I'm saying? So, because he's taking on the whole responsibility of the offense, it's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So things like that, that's what I'm worried about going into this season.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Daniel Jones has to be included in that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Is does Malik Neighbors' energy carry this team? That's only possible if DJ's getting them the ball.
That's true. Can't be
So
overthrown, underthrown passes and shit.
DJ came out looking sharp, focused, like he's got a chip on his shoulder, and we need that to carry over through the season, not just OTAs and preseason. And well, we don't need preseason Hulk Hogan. We need season and postseason Hulk Hogan. So
Absolutely, facts, bro. Nah, you said it correct, man. You know that. Hey, look, Daniel Jones doesn't have an excuse.
No,
You got a number one
he ain't
receiver.
got no more lifelines. If this was How to Be a Millionaire, he done used all of them. He done
You know
phoned
what
a
I'm
friend.
saying? Yeah. You got the offensive line. The offensive line cannot be worse than it was last year. I refuse to fucking believe that. So I don't want to hear that excuse. This is it, bro. This is now or
Yep.
never for that cat.
Yep. Hey
The
man,
absolute fact.
this is it. He on the thinner
So,
than thin ice. That
and
motherfucker gonna
that's
be Jesus.
and that's
It's like Michael Jackson's last tour. This
yeah,
is
this
it.
is
This is it.
and that's a major concern for me is the leadership on this team. Who are your leaders? Who are your guys that can get everybody pumped up after something bad happens?
Malik
Does it have to be
Neighbors.
the newcomers and Malik
Yeah,
Neighbors, who's a
it
rookie?
is.
Does it
I
have to be the
guarantee you that's
newcomer and
who it
Brian
is.
Burns? Is it Dex? Is it Thibodeau? Is it who in the offense can do it?
I
Because you
think
know
defense they
Daniel
have
Jones
a
is deserving.
We don't got our cheerleader on the sideline no more. Shepard ain't there.
Yeah,
I think defense they have a collective group of cats. I think on offense they're still looking for that leadership. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good question. Because on defense, I mean, you got Thibodeau, you got Burns, Dex there. You know, Banks is emerging as a leader type dude. So I mean, I think they have some cats. Bobby Okereke, of course. You know, I think they have some cats on defense. Now on offense, honestly, I think it's gonna be Malik Neighbors. I'm gonna be 100 with you. It looks like he's already leading the team.
and unfortunately, you shouldn't have to depend on the rookie to be that. You know what I'm
Shouldn't be
saying?
that way.
I
You
mean,
know, it
Eli
should
was
be
never.
Daniel Jones, to be honest with you, because Daniel Jones and Darius Slayton, you know, or along with Andrew Thomas, are the longest members on that offense right now. They should be the ones leading the team, but they're not those type of dudes. So again, it's gonna be Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, and I believe that's
What it
the issue.
is.
Well,
Yeah.
I believe that's the issue.
sometimes guys will surprise you, right? Like Justin Tuck wasn't a vocal leader, but when Strahan left, Justin Tuck he felt like he had to take it on himself since Strahan wasn't there to do the stomp your ass no more. You know, he stepped up and was like, "How bad do you want it today?" You know, because if it's on me, you know, you ain't got a ring. You ain't got a ring. You don't know what it feel like. You ain't got a ring. He wasn't that dude. He admitted it. You know, he was like, but when Strahan left, somebody had to step up and be the vocal leader, and that's not even my character, but somebody had to do it. And he stepped up and did it. So, you know, we might be surprised. We might see some guys actually step up and get vocal and hold guys accountable.
I think Kayvon is gonna be one of those guys. Because Dex ain't really a vocal leader. He's the most dominant person on our defense. But I think Kayvon, him coming into what is this his third year now? I think he's
I,
been here. I think he's
I'm
been here
talking
long
about the
enough.
I'm talking about the offense though, Jay and
Oh,
Wells. I'm talking about the offense. You know, and
okay.
Dan it's not Andrew Thomas. He's not that type
Andrew
of
Nah.
dude.
Thomas is he leads by example. Like he leads by his play on the field. He's not a vocal
Yeah, he's
person at all.
workman like
You can look at
attitude.
him and tell him he don't talk much.
Yeah. This offense is so young.
If Runyon runs his mouth like his father did, then maybe he can.
I
Somebody.
don't think
A
Runyon ran
little
his mouth much. The
What?
Papa
true.
Runyon.
Him and Strahan used to be chattering all damn day at each other.
Nah, he used to be straight hand chatting at him. Yeah, he was never. And JMS is not that guy. He's
Now
very laid back.
everybody's so young. Our receiving core is young. Daniel Jones looked like a deer in the headlights most of the time when he's on the camera. And everybody else is just too young. So I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah,
Talk shit about DJ.
that's a
Hey man, truth is the truth. You see how
Don't be acting
wide
like
his eyes be. His motherfucking
like
eyes, that mother be like this.
DJ look like he be wired, bro.
He on them, he
But
be on them Adderalls and perk 30s and shit.
I mean, let's be honest. We don't have an actual person that can hold people accountable and be a leader on this offense when something goes wrong. And it can't just be your head coach. The head coach can only do so much. The
Right. It's not.
players gonna have to hold themselves accountable.
To keep it a buck though, bro. It should be Daniel Jones. Like you
It
been
should
here
be.
you been here 6 years. Just hear me out for a minute. You been here 6 years. You know what I'm saying? You're
Your
the one
season's
with the
on the
most
line.
pressure on you. You're the one with the most to prove on this team. You know what I'm saying? You've been in the system. You know, you should know how to run the offense. You know, you're the quarterback, the one that everybody talks about, yada yada yada. You know, and yeah, maybe he's not that dude, but I'm saying it should be Daniel Jones. We shouldn't be looking for a leader on offense. It shouldn't be Malik Neighbors, like Pat said. It shouldn't have to be an offensive lineman. Those guys usually aren't those type of dudes anyway. They just
Right.
out there, you know what I mean?
You barely have people like a Jeff Saturday that can do that,
Right.
or a Kelsey that can do that. You rarely have offensive linemen that can really do that. Um, Now Andrew Thomas has the clout to do that, even though they don't respect him on the top 100. Andrew Thomas has the clout to do that, but he's more of a reserve type player. So I do believe drafting somebody like a Malik Neighbors was needed in more than one way. Yes, we needed a number one receiver, but we need somebody that's that dog that's going to
Yeah.
bring out that dog when shit ain't going right. Like, hey, look, we got to get it together. We need somebody like that on this team. We don't have that. Like, everybody's reserved. So that can happen if you get punched in the mouth with a whole bunch of people that are reserved. They can go in the shell and they can start going out there and getting beat 40-0 because nobody's saying anything. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's there to hold somebody accountable. Like, I'm not saying they're scared to say it, but like sometimes you need to say, hey, look, bro, you're not blocking. You need to get better.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have nobody like that on offense because Daniel Jones ain't gonna do it. Barkley didn't do it. Thomas not gonna do it. JMS is too young. He's still learning. Light skinned Jermaine, he's a jokester. He's not gonna do it. Van Rotten, I don't know his personality yet. Runyan's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Singletary, he's not gonna do it. So the only one I could really see is Malik Neighbors, and he could get those receivers to start talking crazy because I think Hyatt will follow him and start talking with him. But that's the only person I can think on the offense, and that's an issue. So you're right about your assessment about that. It actually literally has to be Daniel Jones. He's the longest tenured, and he has commanded this team, and they're going to need him to say some things like, bro, if they getting you knocked out, say something.
Right.
Just don't get up and just walk to the sidelines and sit there and look. Like, say something to somebody, bro.
Right. Speak up for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because shit, you gonna get your neck broke by Van Grinkel again.
You know what I'm saying? Van Gringo. Yeah, man. But that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's who it should be, man. That's who it's got to be this year. You know, this is it. Daniel Jones knows. Daniel Jones is not a fool. He knows the writing is on. He knows the pressure. He knows the situation at hand. You know, you got to go out there and perform. And quite frankly, you need to be a leader of this team. You know, you need to be calling people out. You need to be getting people lined up and you know, being a field general out there on the field. Point blank, period. I mean, you can have a soft spoken attitude, so on and so forth, man. But you know, turn it up when you get out there on the field, like Coach Ed says. You know, turn it up when you get out there on the field.
And you know it's in them because we saw it during the Jaguars game. You're like, damn, catch the fucking ball.
Right.
And they wind up turning around and winning that game.
And winning the fucking game. Exactly.
So it's going to have to be DJ because you can't depend on Neighbors to do that for everybody because when Neighbors does it, it's going to be looked at as a negative.
Yeah.
A
Cameras
super
gonna be
negative.
all
They've
on
already
them.
tried it already. You know what I'm saying?
Course.
So a rookie, I mean, even though he is Neighbors, he ain't going to have that clout just yet. And when receivers do it, it's looked at as a super negative. I don't care who the receiver is. The only receiver that did it like that and wasn't a super negative, well, it was a couple. It was Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin. No, Michael Irvin was the leader of that Cowboys team when it came to getting people, getting people hyped. But when you look through our division, The Cowboys, Dak does it. CeeDee Lamb can do it. Actually, Brandon Cooks does it. The whole offensive line does it because all of them niggas got clout enough to say something. Like, y'all need to
Yeah.
get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, and the defense got a whole bunch of them that talk noise. So, I
Facts.
mean, it just, I don't know, man. That's a major concern with me, man. Like, what happens when they get punched in the mouth? All of them just gonna be reserved and just sit there and just keep getting kicked in the head, or they
That's
gonna
the
fight back?
that's the personality, and this is why I said what I said, man. You know, Malik Neighbors is going to set the tone for this team. You know what I'm saying? He is what that's why Brian Dable was so hyped to get Malik Neighbors. Cause he knows he's gonna be able to relay Brian Dable's vision for this team. What he keeps talking about. Smart, tough, dependable. That shit. You know what I'm saying? Malik Neighbors is that dog, which fits that mentality that Brian Dable wants. You know what I'm saying? And it it's messed up, and it's got to be Malik Neighbors because I feel like Daniel Jones is not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's why Malik Neighbors being drafted was so important, and he's going to set the culture for whoever comes in next, quarterback wise, coach wise, or whatever. He's going to be able to set the new culture for the New York Giants by having that door. And Hyatt, like you said, and Wandale Robinson and all of them are going to follow.
I think if you have a quarterback that's a little demonstrative with these receivers, it will unlock this offense even more. Because if you got that quarterback that's going out there and he's that dog, he's barking with his receivers after they make a play. Like those, I think these dudes here that we have, if you get them hype, it's
They
on.
feed off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you get them hype, it's on. You get Hyatt hype, he's gonna keep running those routes and he's gonna keep running better routes because he's gonna want the ball. Neighbors, you don't have to tell him nothing. He gonna go all automatically. Wandale Robinson too. So if you got a quarterback with these guys that can get them hype and keep going with them, that's the thing I know Daniel Jones doesn't have that relates to them guys as far as that. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got a bunch of guys on these teams that are like dogs now. Like they need somebody to get them hype. Somebody.
Hey, look, don't kill me for this unpopular opinion. I hate to say it, but Drew Lock got a little bit.
He got a little bit of that. Yeah, he does.
You know what I'm saying? So
Drew Lock has a little bit of that. And I think they would feed off Drew Lock. It's just that Drew Lock, I just don't think he got the talent.
He don't got the skills. Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately,
but not saying I'm giving up on Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones might be a guy that can get the ball to him, and we do be the greatest show on turf, Big Blue edition this year. I'm praying that happens. But
got Pat riding with me. Let's go.
But let's just say Daniel Jones does fall to the wayside. I think somebody like a Cam Ward could get these guys going. I've been looking at that the whole time. If they move on from Daniel Jones, they're gonna have to get a quarterback that's demonstrative, that can match these guys' energy, bring that energy out.
He's got to fit the culture. He's got to fit the locker room. Yeah,
that's what a lot of people.
He says,
"What's going on, JC?"
Is our center. They did confirm it's the same shoulder. He needs that for blocking, etc. I'm not sure on him, unfortunately.
I haven't seen any reports about that. Only reports I've seen is that it was minor and they're just taking precautions. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So,
but yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know, Pat, man. I just I'm in wait and see mode. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jumping the gun on anything like that. But again, I'm kind of feeling like that too, man. I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, you need that QB to kind of match that energy with some of these guys, man. And that's got to be, the quarterback has to be a leader on the team. He can't just be the bus driver. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a quarterback that can show a little leadership You know what I'm saying? Like whether you going out there and you just balling out, or whether you're demonstrative or whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Daniel Jones' time to step up and show some type of leadership with this young team, because this team is young. If this was a veteran team, you know, like Eli Manning came into, I'd say okay, you know what I mean? You don't have to do that right away. But this is a young team, man. Daniel Jones is the veteran.
Nah, he got to be that leader, 100%.
And it's not
So
that he doesn't have leadership capability. He does lead the team. It's putting off that energy. Like I
yeah,
think he's with a bunch of guys that will actually benefit from a guy with high energy at the quarterback position. I believe that for a fact. If you had a guy, let's just say you had a guy like a Michael Penix or somebody that can match their energy, I think those dudes will go to another level because it's like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he ready to get us the ball. They're going to keep turning up because I want the ball. No, I want the ball. No, I want the ball. And damn, you got 2-3 players with all three of them dudes open. Like, get it to me. Like,
it's
I think
something
we have those type guys.
it's something you said, and I remember you saying this a while back. Y'all hit that like button because they always say we don't never criticize Daniel Jones. You said Daniel Jones was like a robot. He's just gonna go out there and do what the
Mm-hmm.
coach tells him to do, and he does that well. You know what I'm saying? That's not a knock, but again, you need some of that
Off the cuff.
off script, off kill, because everything ain't 100. Everything in life don't go according to plan. We all know that. We men. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to wing it. You got to figure out a plan on the fly. You got to come up with some shit. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones struggles to come up with some shit when shit don't go according to plan. That's kind of the knock. So again, to your point, to have somebody that's a little more like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna throw you the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like a little more of
Mm-hmm.
that fuck it type attitude instead of, all right, I'm okay, coach. You want me to throw the slant? I'll throw the slant. Like, you know what I'm saying? No,
Heavyweight champ.
we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But
Tell him
that's
again, champ.
that's what I kind of feel like that what you're talking about, that type of energy, man, that some of these cats would benefit off of.
I'm just going to say it. The black man energy. That's what they want.
Woo! Another excellent show, fellas. Drew Lock is ass cheeks.
Yes,
He
he
is
is.
where he belongs. DJ and Malik equals Super Bowl. Woo! Tell him again, heavyweight champ.
Heavyweight champ, salute.
And he don't have to have Cam Newton energy. We just talking about the energy as far as, hey, look, I'm finna throw you this motherfucking ball.
I
Neighbors,
said Drew
get
Lock,
open.
a cat like Baker Mayfield would get these
Yep.
guys hype.
Mm-hmm.
And these ain't
Yeah.
cats that
If
I'm in favor
DJ,
of, but
if
it's just the
DJ,
personality.
if
Go ahead.
DJ throw them passes, throw that pass like he did to Malik Neighbors in the end zone, that back shoulder throw, and be like, hey, look, I'm coming to you back shoulder. Make a play. Go in the huddle like that. Go in the huddle. Hey, look, I'm finna come to you, make a play. It's one-on-one coverage, Malik. I'm going to you. Break. Like it.
Right.
And then you throw it to him, and he gets that. Oh, well, they're gonna be hype as a motherfucker when they come back to that huddle. Okay, now we can start running the offense the way we're going. But hey, look, Malik Neighbors, I need you to go ahead and make this play and get this shit started, bro. I'm tired of this shit. Let's go. Break. Because I think Theo
Facts.
Johnson would eventually benefit from that energy too.
That's why I say I think we're gonna go 3-0. I think they're gonna come out here and surprise a lot of people and come out and punch teams in the mouth that are sleeping on us. Reason being, it's gonna be a different playbook. We have a different team. We don't have Barkley. We're not a run-based team. Remember last year we ran the ball predominantly the first 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a run not a run-based team. Jesus Christ. Because we're not a run-based team, they don't know what to expect from us, right? We don't got Barkley. They don't know how we're gonna approach the season. Now you gotta worry about Neighbors, Hyatt, Robinson, Slayton, Theo Johnson, Bellinger, Tyrone Tracy, Singletary, DJ. It's a lot. So we're gonna confuse people them first couple weeks, and I think Dave's is gonna use that to his advantage because he's not gonna be calling plays the way Kafka was calling plays.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna mix it up. He has more experience play calling, so I expect to see a lot of tricks and little creases that we didn't see last year or the year before, because now he got some guys that he can trust, and I think that's what's gonna confuse people. You won't really see people giving us too much of a hassle till like week 5, because then they have some film on us. But the first 3-4 weeks, bro, we're about to fuck people up. Pardon my French.
What the thing is, I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. The thing is with the people that are DJ detractors, I just explained to you what the fuck you want. And DJ, I don't know if he could give that to you. But you guys go about it in such a negative way that it's so stupid. I know what you want. You want somebody that's demonstrative out there that could go out there and make plays, and you don't even know how to explain what you really want. So you just go off what the media tells you. No, I know what you want. Somebody that's out there demonstrative, somebody that can match energy with the guys that you have, and you don't even know that. You don't even know the players that you have on your team and the energies that they go off of. You know why? I believe Thibodeau and Brian Burns are going to go ham this year because they match each other's energy. They literally have a competition. These dudes are literally doing push-ups when somebody gets to a sack before him. So you're going to see them doing celebrations like crazy out there.
And yes, it was, Drew.
You know what I'm saying? So when you have two people that are literally competing with each other, they're not even looking at the competition out there on the field. They're competing with each other. I got to get to the quarterback before Brian Burns do. Oh, Burns got 2 sacks today? Shit, I got to go ahead and get me 2 sacks. I'm going to try to get 3. And you wind up having an 8-sack game because Burns got 3 and Thibodeau got 2. And they sitting on there laughing at each other and talking shit to each other because I got 3 sacks and you only got 2 today.
OCU Manura was holding out for contract negotiations. Pierre-Paul came in there, got a few sacks. He dropped his holdout quick. He was like, man, this nigga gonna take my job. Let me get it in produced.
You know what I'm saying? So people like Justin Tuck, they played off OC and Strahan. They literally were having competition. That Eagles game, you would literally see those dudes having competitions about who got the sack that time. When we sacked the Eagles 12 times, you were literally OC counting out his sacks to the Strahan on the sideline. They literally had competitions. And this is the type of roster that they're building. You know what I'm saying? So you would literally see Hyatt and Neighbors going at each other. Yeah, I got 100 yards today. I got a honey bun today. What you got? Oh, I got 85. Watch this. 40-yard catch, 122 touchdowns. I told you I was going to get you. That's a very good thing because they're in competitions with their fucking self. They're not even seeing the competition out there. You don't even fucking matter. I'm finna go get these yards. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Get these yards. And if you had a quarterback that matches that energy, it makes it that much better. And I do believe Daniel Jones could do it in a different way. Not a demonstrative way, but just be firm. Like, Neighbors, I need a play. What you going to do for me? Go out there and get this play. Back shoulder. I don't give a fuck what coverage you got on. I'm coming to you. Make this play for me. You're going to need a quarterback like that with these guys. And that's what you guys don't. It's probably because you never played the game. That's what it is.
Yep. Hey, I mean, and people that haven't played the game, you can still analyze it and you can still know what the hell you're talking about. That doesn't just because you ain't never played.
They played the game on Xbox, on PlayStation, on
I mean, you can always analyze the game if you've never played it.
But there's a certain level of understanding. Yeah, there's a certain level of understanding.
It's a certain level of energy that you don't understand when you get somebody on the field. Like somebody like a Drew Lock could come in and beat the Eagles with that game. Is because Drew Lock has that same energy that DK Metcalf and them got. And you know, he out there dancing with him. He's throwing the ball with him. You know what I'm saying? He's dancing with them. They can flock to him. You know what I'm saying? They know that, hey, look, this guy, he's with us. You know what I'm saying?
Chemistry is key in sports, man. Chemistry is key, man.
We'll go the extra mile for him. If DJ is that stern and he's showing us that he's that guy, I'll go the extra mile. I'll go up between two people, put my body on the line to bring that down for him. Let's go. And DJ is going to have to bring that energy because he's working with some guys that are just on that type of time. Like I'm telling you, all three of them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And Malik Neighbors being drafted just brought it out of him. Hyatt is a dog. That dude has a dog mentality, and Neighbors just brought it out of him. It's somebody that he can relate to. They out there dancing, doing all type of stupid stuff.
A team is a reflection of their coach, right?
That's true too.
So, he got him some dogs at wide receiver. He's got a dog at coach. That shit's gonna rub off. You'll see it. You'll see it start to play out. You know, because he's getting it from the receivers and he's getting it from the coach. He's going to fire back at somebody. God damn it, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to come out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So we don't want him spazzing like that, though.
No, I mean, at some point it's got to come out because he's a very calm, very, even keel guy. But if the coach is like, damn it, let it rip. I need you to let it rip. Trust your receiver. And Neighbors like, man, just put it up there. I'm going to go get it. If he's what everybody says he is, he's timid, he's holding the ball too long, right? If the coach is yelling at him and the receiver's yelling at him, at some point, he's going to yell back.
Hopefully.
His ass going to be on the bench. That's what the fuck going to
dictate that at some point,
and don't get it twisted. And don't get it twisted. DJ doesn't have to be a talker.
No.
All he has to do is go out there and literally feed those monsters. Feed them. When Neighbors comes back to the huddle, say, hey, look, I got this dude. Okay, what you want? Go out there and let's do it. And DJ throws him the ball and lets him go make a play. That's going to get them hype. It's like, okay, DJ with us. He believes in us. Let's go. Throw the ball to him. I'm going to go get that bitch, regardless of who's out there.
That shit just gave me goosebumps, nigga.
I'm telling you, when you got that type energy, in the receiver, it's a wrap. I don't care.
Brian Dable and Mike Kafka have to help him in the beginning of games to build confidence and build rapport with these receivers. You got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens so many times with the Giants, they try a long pass, miss. Then they do a little short run. Okay, now you in 3rd and long. And then boom, what happens? Sack. So again, they got to scheme this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Jay said it earlier. To be able to get Daniel Jones and these receivers going early on in games. And not only that, but give your offensive line some confidence too.
Facts. And I'm just telling you, when you have dogs at the receiver position, you can get them going with one catch. Man, I remember watching T.O. throughout. Yeah. I remember watching T.O. throughout all those years. When that dude caught the ball, he made a good catch, a 15-yard catch, and he get up, throw him in the damn ball, get it to him. I promise you, that dude is not going to fail you. I don't know what it is about them super athletes like that, but if they get hyped, there's nothing you can do. Look at Michael Irvin back in the day. Look at Jerry Rice. Look at T.O.
The original Slim Reaper that was on the
I'm telling you, when you get
what was his name? Todd Pinkleton?
I'll tell you another receiver that's like that, and I couldn't stand him. It was Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
When you got Deshaun Jackson, one of them deep balls, he will kill you the rest of the game. I don't care what you do. That dude's going to outrun. He's going to find some way to get the ball. That's Malik Neighbors. I'm telling you. Jamar Chase, those is just something that unlocks in their brain. It's like, you can't fucking stop me. I don't see you. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to catch the ball. Give it to me. Same thing with Justin Jefferson. It's certain dudes that are just like that.
They can call their shot.
Mm-hmm. And no matter what you do, they're going to, no matter what you do, they're going to beat you. Because somehow, some way, it's like, man, dude.
That was like Plax in Green Bay.
Yeah. Man, nothing Al Harris could have done against Plaxico in that game.
Stop that dude, yo.
I don't care. Al Harris had good coverage. Just throw it up, catch it right behind his head, over his head, running past him, jumping over. It's like, man,
catch it in the air, hand it to him, take it back.
I don't care what Eli Manning threw to Plaxico Burress that game. It was going to be a catch. I promise you, when you have dudes
Facts.
like that, you don't
Tudo
even.
says Wells DJ should watch some Ghostbuster movies and get some motivation. Wells says Tudo DJ needs to watch Fight Club and go out and have a random scrap with somebody. Damn it, punch someone in the face.
Look, and to show you that I'm telling the truth, when he went off against Marcus Johnson in that Jaguars game, when he said catch the fucking ball, he came back and he started playing. Like he was playing. He was running all over the field, making plays, sliding. Only reason why they was able to come back in the game because Barkley, goofy ass, kept running out of bounds. That was the only reason why they got that last drive. But when he did that, DJ played damn near perfect after that. Believe it or not, when you get demonstrative as an athlete, I promise you, you go to another level that can't be touched. Look at Brett Favre. When Brett Favre had that swag, man, you couldn't stop that dude.
That Vicodin swag. Yeah.
Hey y'all,
Facts.
I'm about to get off the stream. My daughter made these brownies and stuff, so I'm about to go tear them up with a glass of milk and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm about to get off here too, but that's literally what these dudes. That's literally what these dudes want, and they don't know how to explain it. They can only be negative. I already
I'ma
know
holla
what
at
you
y'all.
want.
Have a good one, Jay.
All right, Jay.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. I
All right.
already know what you want in the quarterback, but you can't explain it because you don't know the game and you've never felt that energy. I can remember playing high school football and the receiver, D-Lo. When that dude got on his game, nobody else had to do anything because it was just him. Get off me. You try to block, you try to jam him at the line. Just swipe your hand. Like he knows everything about the receiver position because he was height. Look at Steve Smith Sr. When that dude got height, oh my goodness.
It's a monster, bro.
You couldn't do nothing with him. Yep, Psycho Tom. When Tom Brady was talking shit to the Chiefs in that Super Bowl, that dude literally went up to Tyrann Mathieu and bumped him and said, "What's up? I'm coming straight for you every time," and was killing them. They couldn't do nothing about it. You have players like that on this team. It's just they have to be unlocked. And once you unlock them, you will see the greatest show on turf, Big Blue Edition. Is DJ that quarterback that can do that? He has the talent to do it, but does he have the mindset to do it? Have they just beat him down too much to where he can't get it done? Who knows? But that's the whole thing. You dudes don't know how to explain the game, and you just be negative, and I don't understand the shit. But it is what it is, man. Y'all got anything left before we get out of here?
Catch us tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on G Nation Inside Sports for the Big Blue Lounge. Friday,
Yes, sir.
Blacktop, Unpopular Opinion Sports. Saturday
Yep.
night, Leather to the Face. Well, a
For
big
sure.
one this Saturday. And Sunday night football talk. And rinse and repeat. We'll be doing it again. Sunday, Giants Convo early in the morning. Pre-game show with Unpopular Opinion. Coach Ed has a show later on that day as well. I forgot the name of it. And then we'll be calling the games. And, the routine starts. The season's almost upon us. So get ready to see us all over your YouTube feed. You heard?
Yep. And believe it or not, one last point. If you don't believe me when I say that DJ can do it, look at that Vikings game and the energy DJ was playing in that Vikings game. He was a monster in that game. I don't care what nobody said. That dude had confidence out this world.
Look at Kirk Cousins and be like, "You like that?"
I'm telling you, he had a confidence out this world. That throw that he threw to Hodgins towards the end to seal the game, that was swag. That was him in his bag. That was him being like, "Look, I'm gonna get this done no matter what." And he went out the pocket. It was like, well, damn, I ain't never seen DJ do no shit like that. It's because the nigga was hype. He had confidence. So if he could get back to being that confident guy, if that guy could play with Malik Neighbors, Hyatt, and Wandale Robinson and Slayton, somebody gonna get their ass whooped. But that guy has to come out all season long for us to be where we want to be. And that's just the facts with DJ. So either he's gonna sink or swim. Yep. Facts. But
Super Bowl winning, baby, hosting that Lombardi.
and to the next episode, y'all know what it is, man.
To the
Lou,
gulag.
welcome to the gulag, bro. That was terrible.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground!
I never said I could sing, nigga.
This is the gulag. In here, you fight to win back your life. Gates! Let's go!